On college campuses, many times people don't know who to go to talk about a problem or an issue.
The university looks at safety as a serious responsibility, and we are taking all the steps that we can to ensure that we have a safe environment for our students to come and learn. We have a safe environment for our faculty and staff to be able to provide services to our students so they can learn. And we want the community to recognize the fact that we have a lot of systems in place to ensure their safety.
The threat assessment team was sort of commissioned by our university president, Dr. Alan Sessoms, and his charge was to create a body, a unit, a multidisciplinary unit of people who would come together and provide integrated responses and integrated and coordinated responses to a plethora of issues.
The ultimate goal of the threat assessment team is to mitigate potential problems where in the past they've definitely slipped through the cracks.
We recognized that we needed to get up front and start looking at things that already exist. We also realized there wasn't a collaborative effort. We had many people doing many things and no one talking, so in some cases we had some redundancy. In some cases we actually had a lack of information sharing.
Campus violence is on the rise, and colleges and universities are doing everything proactively to try to prevent that. And this threat assessment team is a great inroad to do that and meeting that goal in stopping or preventing more campus violence.
If a person sees something that they believe to be a threat, all they need to do is actually contact any uniformed public safety officer. They can also reach out to other partners we have. We have the Counseling Center, we have Academic Affairs, Student Affairs, Judicial Affairs. Any one of those departments has a representative from the threat assessment team.
Let's say a particular student has an issue with another student or an instructor. They may go to the department chair, they may go to a friend, they may not go to ultimately who they really need to go to. And everyone has their own little territories they want to protect. Everyone has a silo that they've built up around them to deal with their area. Everyone wants to be an expert in their particular area. And a lot of times, no matter where you go, people just don't want to share information.
There are many points of entry for the threat assessment team, and it only takes one of us who sit around the team to really know about what's going on in order to get it at the table.
So basically our point is, if you come to any one of us and it meets the criteria, then we will call the team together to talk about it.
This threat assessment team, it's a great mix. We come together, we bring different viewpoints, we bring different ideas.
The benefit of having the multiple disciplinary approach is that we get to get different perspectives. One of the problems we've had in the past is everything is one-sided. We get to bring a lot of other parties to the table.
We're all on one accord, and we don't leave out, on the most part, until we come to a consensus. This is our strategy. This is our plan of what we're going to do and how we're going to deal with this particular student who has been on sort of on the radar and who we need to keep an eye on.
One thing that we are trying to do with the university to educate the university is to have like panel discussions, and we invite faculty to let them know that we do have a threat assessment team and that we do need to communicate and we do need to say something's wrong. What we try to express to the community is that don't be afraid to talk to us. Just because you're telling us something doesn't mean that student's going to get in trouble. What you're doing is helping them, and you're helping us. So if there is a problem, we can nip it in the bud or take whatever steps is necessary to help that person.
I think the biggest gift that the team has been for us has been that it has really shortened the time that it used to take to deal with something that was potentially harmful to the university community. In higher education, part of our challenge and part of our duty is to make sure that we are in a posture to respond. And this threat assessment team, and some call it behavioral intervention team, provides that opportunity across the country for threat assessment teams to be able to respond in the most effective way, in the shortest amount of time, and in the most deliberate fashion for the university communities, really nationwide.